The grand church was decorated with white lilies and soft drapes, a soft light casting a warm glow over the elegantly dressed guests. For any woman, it should have been a dream wedding, but to you, it felt like a trap. Your wedding dress felt heavy, matching the weight of your heart, as you stood next to your soon-to-be husband, Junguk. Junguk, the cold and powerful CEO known for his anger issues. His dark eyes showed nothing but determination. This was not the wedding you had imagined, especially not to him, your ex-boyfriend with serious anger issues. You had left him because of his uncontrollable anger, which made you feel unsafe and unloved. Yet here you were, forced back into his life. How you ended up here is a long story, but you were left with no choice and have to become his bride. The priest started to read the vows. He said without wasting a second. Then the priest asked him to kiss you to seal the vows. Junguk took a step closer and cupped your cheek gently before pecking on your lip. Your eyes met when he pulled back, and you could see that there was still that love in his eyes for you. You didn't want to go back to him because you thought he would hate you, but everything was so confusing right now. He was calm. The reception was a blur of forced smile and polite conversations. Your parents forced you to marry Junguk because of his wealth, and they knew you were in a relationship in the past. As soon as it was over, you found yourself in the balcony. You were not sure what is going to happen now. Everything happened so suddenly that you didn't get time to think what you're going to do next after this. Running away already? You flinched slightly when his voice suddenly came into your ears. You didn't move, instead he came and stood beside you, his eyes fixed on your face while you slowly turned towards him. I'm not running. I just needed some fresh air. He chuckled and nodded. Sure, this mansion is big and airy. You can check the gardens as well. You were still the same, Jungkook. I can never imagine you would go this far to force me in this marriage. He stepped closer, the shadows playing across his handsome face. I know you didn't want this, Wyan, but we are here now and I need you to understand something. I don't think I need to understand you anymore. You left me for absolutely ridiculous reason. I never stopped thinking about you. My love was nothing to you. You walked away as if I meant nothing. Your heart ached at the memories. Of course, there was a reason. Your anger. It was too much. I felt like I was walking on eggshells all the time. I couldn't live like that. Jungkook chuckled and looked away. He never let his anger harm you, yet you were bothered. He again turned his face towards you. You left me, Wyan, but look at you now, standing here as my wife. Fate has a funny way of bringing people back together, doesn't it? You crossed your arms, trying to keep your composure. This wasn't fate. This was forced. Forced, maybe, but you're still here, and that means something. You felt a surge of anger. Don't twist this, Jungkook. I didn't have a choice. He stepped closer. Maybe not, but now that you're here, we have a choice. We can either fight each other or try to make this work. Your breath hitched as he reached out, gently brushing a strand of your hair from your face. The touch was electric, sending a shiver down your spine. Why are you doing this? Why push for this marriage when you know I didn't want it? He sighed, his eyes locking onto yours. Because I can't let you go. I let you walk away once and it nearly destroyed me. I won't make that mistake again. You said the same thing that time also. I just didn't want to be in fear, and that's the reason I ended our relationship. Jungkook nodded. He remembered that he hurt himself that day. His anger sometimes go out of control and he still struggled with that. In fact, it has gotten worse after you left him. I promise you that it would never happen again. I know it can't be changed overnight, but I want you to trust me. You know how much I love you, right? You can't leave me like that, Vayan. You felt really bad. It's true that no one ever loved you the way he did. You took that decision in anger because you thought you won't handle his anger. Fine, I'll give you one chance, just one. But if things go back to the way they were, I won't stay. He gulped and nodded. I won't let that happen, I promise. He came closer and pressed his lips gently against yours. Your past reflected in front of your eyes, and you remember the days you spent with him, the love you felt for him. You pulled him closer, and this was the proper kiss you both ended up with as your first wedding night. Slowly, your life started to get back together. You saw that Jungkook still loves you the same. In fact, now you feel a little guilty for leaving him that time, but maybe it was right decision you made as you saw a lot of changes in him. Earlier, he did not hesitate to get angry even if you were in front of him, but now he watches what he's doing. He tries to maintain the soft side around you. It shows that he doesn't want to lose you at any cost. I just can't wait to eat them. Why it's taking so long? He said, getting impatient, looking at the oven as the freshly made cookies were inside. You have to wait for 20 more minutes, Mr. Impatient. You said, wiping your hands with a towel. He chuckled, looking at you while you frowned in confusion. Why are you laughing? He came near you with a smile on his face. You missed a spot. He said, pointing to a smudge of flour on your cheeks. You tried to wipe it away but only managed to spread it further. Jungkook laughed, shaking his head. Here, let me help. He stepped closer, his finger gently brushing your cheeks as he wiped away the flour. The touch lingered, his eyes locking onto yours with an intensity that made your breath catch. Thanks, you murmured, feeling your heart race. His hand didn't move away, instead, it slid down to cup your jaw, his thumb tracing the curve of your cheek. You have no idea how much I've missed moments like these, he said softly. You smiled, leaning into his touch. Me too. His eyes darkened with emotion. He leaned in, his lips brushing against yours in a feather like kiss. It was soft at first, tentative, but when you responded, it deepened into something more passionate. His other hand found its way to your waist. The world outside ceased to exist. There was only the warmth of his body, the taste of his lips, and the gently yet firm hold he had on you. You wrapped your arms around his neck, losing yourself in the kiss. When you finally pulled away, both of you were breathing heavily. Jungkook rested his forehead against yours, a small, content smile playing on his lips. You always know how to make everything better, he whispered. You laughed softly, brushing a stray lock of hair from his face. I could say the same about you. His eyes sparkled with mischief. Really? Even with all the flour and cookie dough everywhere? Especially with all the flour and cookie dough, you teased. Jungkook's grin widened and he suddenly scooped you up, making you squeal in surprise. He set you on the counter, stepping between your legs as he captured your lips again in a more urgent kiss. Your hands tangled in his hair, pulling him closer. You realized that you were always in love with him. That was just your fear because of that you left him. The timer on the oven beeped, signaling that the cookies were done. But neither of you moved. The kiss grew more intense, and you could feel the pent up tension and longing in every touch, every movement. Eventually, the need for air forced you to break the kiss. Jungkook rested his hands on the counter on either side of you, his breath warm against your lips. I think the cookies might be burning. They might get burned. Move aside. She stepped down and quickly took out the cookies from the oven. Thankfully, it came out before they get burned. You released a heavy sigh of relief. Thank God they are safe. Jungkook chuckled and came near before tasting a cookie. Your lips taste better than this. You rolled your eyes, making him giggle. Jungkook barged into his office looking furious. His employees immediately felt the tension. He had just lost a multi-million-dollar deal in a crucial meeting, and he was boiling with frustration. Get in here, all of you. He barked, his voice echoing off the walls. His team members filed into his office, exchanging nervous glances. Jungkook stood behind his desk, his hands gripping the edge so tightly his knuckles turned white. What happened in there? He demanded, his voice dangerously low. One of the senior managers stepped forward. I'm sorry, sir. It didn't go as planned. There was unforeseen complications and Jungkook cut him off with a sharp gesture. Complications. We had months to prepare for this. This was our chance to expand into a new market and you let it slip away. His voice rose with each word, his anger boiling over. His employees shifted uncomfortably, unsure how to respond to their usually composed CEO in such a state. They are well aware of his anger. We worked day and night on this, and now because of your incompetence, we have nothing to show for it. He turned to another employee, his eyes blazing. And you, why didn't you foresee these complications and prepare for them? I expect better from my team. His words were like daggers, each one cutting deeper into the morale of his employees. They stood silent, absorbing the full force of his anger. Jungkook took a deep breath, trying to regain control of his emotions. His hands trembled slightly as he ran them through his hair, frustration and disappointment wearing within him. I need a plan. We need to figure out how to salvage this situation. I won't accept failure, and if it happens again, you'll know your position, he said intensely looking at them. His employees understood his change in mood. They knew Jungkook cared deeply about the company's success, but seeing him so angry was unsettling. After the meeting ended, Jungkook sent his team away with a quick nod. He stayed in his office looking out at the city, trying to deal with the loss and come up with a new plan. Later that evening, Jungkook arrived home with the weight of the failed deal still heavy on his shoulders. The usually warm and inviting atmosphere of your home felt distant as he walked through the door, his mind still consumed by thoughts of what could have. You were in the living room reading a book on the couch. When you looked up and saw Jungkook's expression, your heart sank. You knew immediately that something was wrong. Jungkook, what happened? You said softly, standing up and walking over to him. He didn't respond immediately. His jaw clenched as he tossed his briefcase onto a nearby chair. His hands were shaking, his whole body tensed with pent-up frustration. Jungkook, talk to me. What happened? You said, placing a gentle hand on his arm. He turned to face you, his eyes burning with a mixture of anger and defeat. I lost the deal, Ryan. It's gone. Months of hard work, negotiations, and it all fell apart in minutes. You could hear the pain in his voice, the disappointment that cut deeper than any of his angry outbursts earlier in the day. You pulled him into a comforting embrace, holding him close as he finally let his guard down. I'm sorry, he mumbled against your shoulder, his voice raw with emotions. I wanted this so badly. I wanted to prove that we could do it. You stroked his back soothingly, feeling his tension slowly ebb away. I know, Jungkook, I know how hard you have worked. He sighed heavily, burying his face in the crook of your neck. Now I don't know what to do. It seemed like everything fell apart. You can feel his tension. You patted his back, trying to calm him. It was really a lot to handle. Even you saw him working day and night for this project. He hates losing. You will do better next time, Jungkook. Things happen for a reason. Take a deep breath and relax. You'll get sick if you take that much tension. Your presence seemed to soothe him almost immediately. The tension in his muscle began to ease as he buried his face in the crook of your neck, inhaling deeply. Why is it that you always know how to calm me down? He murmured against your skin. You stroke his hair gently, feeling the soft strand under your fingertips. Maybe because I care about you and I believe you can do better. You said softly you could see changes in him. He was not like before, and maybe your presence calmed him more than anything. That's why he didn't give up on you. His grip on you tightened, but it was comforting embrace rather than a desperate one. I'm sorry, I always give you a hard time. I don't deserve you, not after everything. You pulled back slightly, looking into his eyes. That's for me to decide, Jungkook, and I'm happy to see that you decide to open up with me unlike before. Pouring your anger on himself or breaking things, now I don't regret my decision anymore. He was touched by her words. I don't know what I will do without you. Thank you for giving me another chance and not running away. I love you. I wouldn't let that happen at any cost. No one can take you away from me, not even you. You love me that much? You still have a doubt? You chuckled softly and shook your head. No, all my doubts are now cleared. But always remember that you don't have to face anything alone. I'm here, always. You have to come to me whenever you feel low. I know that I fell in love with the right woman. You already helped me more than you know.